welcome back to my channel. Thank you to all those that have subscribed, and if you're seeing my face for the first time, thank you for tuning in. My name is Jane Frances. I'm a mother of 3 twin boys and a girl. I'm a Nigerian currently residing in the UK. On this channel we talk about parenting, tips and tricks to easy parenting. We also discuss about how to help bring out the best in your child in every stage of their development. We discuss lifestyle, anything that will make your family fun, interesting. That's what we'll bring to you in this channel. If you've not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that you don't miss out on any content I'll be uploading on this channel. A lot of us are aware of the recent happening that led to the death of the 12-year-old Sylvester Oromoni, a just student of Dowen College, Lagos, Nigeria. The boy was bullied to a critical condition that led to his death. Sometimes this year, some months back, we also witnessed the case of Don Davis. Thank God his mom cried out earlier, and I think he withdrew him from the school. So, and I know a lot have been happening in schools also. For those that are yet spoken out, some people are victims of bullying. They've not really voiced out, that's why we've not heard their cases. But this thing called bullying have been happening like even in the years back. Because I remember my mom, she's always gisting us her own story back then in school, how she was bullied by, I think, by a senior when you were playing volleyball. It got so bad, she was beaten, she was like, they took her to the room, they beat the hell out of her. Because of the extent of torture she received, she had to make a petition to the school, and thank God everything was addressed. I also went to a boarding school, just JS1. When I say mine was bullying, somehow, in fact, anything that abuse of power is bullying. Because in my own case, I was in JS1 then, and the people that beat me then they were SS3 students. They really beat the hell out of me. And you know how this senior do act in school when it's just one, when you offend just a particular senior, the rest of her friends, her mates will want to partake in the beating. So that was my own case. Almost all the senior that passed that, they gave me the beating of my life. You can't, if you keep counting, I think a good number of students in school have been victims of bullying. And it got me thinking, like, what exactly is happening? In my own case, it was a government school, so it's expected that we don't pay much money. We know we are all aware of how the government sector in our country, Nigeria, works. No much care, so it was expected. Even when I felt sick, although the sickness in a different occasion when I felt sick, because in the case of Sylvester, he was taken to the school dispensary and he wasn't giving adequate care. Despite the fact that it's a private school where they paid millions of naira. In my own school, I know when there was a time I felt sick, I was seriously sick. That was actually what made my mom withdraw me from the school. I was seriously sick to the I remember that period I wasn't eating, I wasn't bathing for weeks. I didn't eat, no drug. I only go to the dispensary, lie down there. When everybody is back from school, I go back to my hostel. That was the way I was running my life then. I don't even know how many I survived. After that one, I recovered. I fell ill a second time again. That was during the end of third term examination. I was sick to the extent of going to class for examination, lying down on the floor to write my exams, and nobody ever, I can't remember anybody coming to ask me, what is wrong with you, are you okay? Until it got so bad, I had to miss like 3 papers and I went back home. When my mom saw me, the condition I was then, it was like, no, I can't let you go back to this school. So that was how I was withdrawn from that school. And I know it got me thinking, like, in my own there was also another scenario that happened back then in school. So Bazaria, I don't know, I think it's common in most government schools. They have what they call the Black Friday. Then they declare, the seniors declare Black Friday, where they come and all juniors, then they'll give them beatings of their life. I don't know how, they're like, it's the day they set out to punish students. Even if you did anything or you didn't do anything, that's the day they punish you. So on this particular day, they declared Black Friday. They've called us in front of the Yellow House dormitory. We're all lying, sitting down there, sometimes some kneeling down. But unfortunately for the seniors then, there was our labor master was in the building just close to their dormitory. So when he heard the noise, I think he sat by the fence and was watching everything that was happening. Luckily for us and unluckily for the seniors, when he heard everything, he reported to the school authority and action was taken. They took action immediately. In the case of Don Davis and Sylvester Oromoni, I can imagine the level of threats that have been issued to these children that made them to withhold such a vital information from even their parents. This case of bullying is actually something that we all need to put our hands together and look for a solution to it. Our children are being victimized by some silly or I wouldn't like to use a negative word on anyone's child, but no matter how much we train our children, some children just go out there and pick up some attitudes that are really uncalled for. I don't know how they'll come and beat a child to the extent that, no, did I say beat a child? Sylvester's case was just worse than beating. They didn't just beat him. After beating him, it was like they intentionally wanted to kill him. They gave him a chemical to die. So those kids, in fact, I need to look for a better word to use in qualifying them. At that age of their life, they said their parents sent them to school after paying such amount of fees for them to go and kill someone's child. That's by the way anyway. So the level of threat they've issued to these children is really what we parents coming to looking for a solution on how to make our children open up to us no matter what they are being passed. So in that case, it's important to create an environment whereby our children will be willing to discuss whatever they think they are passing through in life. Avoid shaming your child or avoid like judging your children whenever they bring up issues to you. Instead, look for a way to tackle it. Look for a way to calmly get information from them and also encouraging them to tell you more for in future. I applaud them and so that it's encourage them to reveal much of any other future occurrence that they might be passing through in life. Seriously, it's important. Always create that environment for your children. Even after your child have disclosed such important situation to you, how do you handle it? Sometimes our parents are really proactive. Whenever your child tells you something, first thing you go is to rush into the school and confront the school authority. Our children might not really want it that way because sometimes they get scared of like, if I talk to my mother, if I talk to my dad, they will go to the school authority. I wouldn't like the way the school authority will address it. What if there's so many things running through their mind? So because of that, they will want to withhold that information from you. So in addressing such situation, it's always important to seek your child's opinion on how he wants the situation to be addressed. If your child is saying, take me out of the school, take me out of, please listen to them. Sometimes it might not really be what we are thinking. If your child doesn't want a school, I know growing up as a child, I know of someone that when his parents changed his school, he didn't like the school, he complained he didn't like the school, the parents were like, just go. And he went there, his performance were really not what they expected. The child wasn't doing well. Why? Because the child wasn't really into the school. So anytime our children are complaining they don't like a school, look for it. If there's a good reason, bring them out. There's not, if they say you can force a horse to the river, you can't force it to drink water. If your child tells you he doesn't want to go to a school for any reason, even if not for the case of bullying, if it's just for his own this thing, he doesn't want the school, take the child out of the school and take them to another school where they'll like, if the environment is not fun for him, he won't, even no matter the amount you're paying in the school, he won't really be picking up well. So it's important you seek your child's opinion in any decision you're making about that concerns them. Yes, seek their opinion in any decision you're making. Then again, after the case of bullying, you've seek your child's opinion, you've gone to the school authorities to report, your child's self-esteem might also be affected because there are some cases of bullying where the child becomes it gets so bad, the child some will get to bully to the extent that they start having suicidal tendency. So it's important you help them to build their self-esteem. Also, never neglect the power of positive affirmations. Always speak positively to your child. Always encourage, applaud their positive attributes. Tell them about their skills, their strengths. You're a good child, you are an amazing child, you are the best, you are intelligent. Like, speak to them. Children are the more you speak positive words to them. They always want to impress you. They keep doing good. They like those things you tell them about themselves makes, because you are the best mirror that they will see about them, that they use in seeing themselves. So those words you kind of tell them every day help to boost their confidence. So any time they go out there, it's help them to like stand up for themselves. So always use positive words on your children. Always tell them positive things about themselves. Always encourage, like pick more on their strengths rather on their weaknesses. Always emphasize on their strength rather than on their weaknesses, because if you keep emphasizing on their weaknesses, they tend to like see themselves not capable of standing up for themselves when they go out there. So speak positively to your child. And lastly, anytime our children complain of cases of bullying and you've gone to school to report it, please, it's important you do a follow-up on it and make sure that everything is being handled and taken care of. Don't just go and complain and sit back at home. No. If you complain, go back to the school, make sure that everything, and ask your child, keep asking your child. And before I forget, it's make it a deliberate act that anytime the child comes back from school or anywhere, ask them about their daily life. In that case, if there's any case or any suspected bullying, you always track it right on time and address it. So that being said, I want to say thank you everyone for watching. Let's all join hands and say and fight for justice for Sylvester. My condolences to the family of the bereaved, everybody that is being involved. The death of Sylvester did not just affect his family, it affected me, it affected you, it affected me, it affected you, it affects the country at large. So please, let's join hands and fight for justice for Sylvester. Thanks for watching. Bye.